The work that's been done by the tech schools is outstanding. Camp Woodstock would not be what it is today without the help of the technical schools in Connecticut that have supported us over the years. We're at YMCA Camp Woodstock, Woodstock Valley, Connecticut. So each year we probably serve 300 kids at a time. They come in 1 or 2 week sessions and learn a lot of life skills over the years. We had several problems at camp that we were trying to solve, and we knew that we needed to have a fair amount of labor to get it accomplished. And interestingly enough, as a young boy growing up, I had a great friend who was a student at Henry Abbott Technical School in Danbury. And I recall that he was a carpenter and went out and did jobs in the community. And some 60 years later, I remember that and think, well, I wonder if there's a masonry program associated with the state schools on some basis. And lo and behold, we found Ellis Tech and have worked with them now for probably 8 to 10 years, doing probably 4 or 5 legitimate, good-sized projects that we're very proud of. The seating was here, and all the masonry work that you see was done by Ellis Tech.
We have a long-standing history with the YMCA camp here in Woodstock. We started with some walls on a hillside, retaining walls similar to the ones that are here, and basically transformed their beachfront. That evolved into some other projects. We've done a lot of paving brick for them, lots of retaining walls. Last year we built a council ring for them at another area on the lake, and then here we are this year doing this fabulous project.
We recognized that our dining hall was reaching capacity, and we were looking for a way to expand it in the summer months without necessarily putting an addition onto the building. We decided that a series of patios would really be advantageous and take really unused land and make it very usable. Additionally, we opened that view up to the lake, which we call $1 million view.
When we started here, basically everything behind me was trees. Where I'm standing was a little bit of a cliff, and it was a totally unusable area for the camp. And they wanted to be able to have a view of the Black Pond behind us and create a nice outdoor space for all the people who will be using the camp over the summer. So the project here at Camp Woodstock started over in this area. We had this retaining wall that we had to build in order to be able to pour all this concrete. Once we poured the concrete sidewalk, we formed and poured this set of concrete steps to go down towards the lake. Keeping everything perfectly level from one end to the other was something we were constantly thinking about and constantly talking to the students about to keep them involved in that process as well. We then moved on to this big radius wall. It started off as basically just a cliff here and no usable land. Once we were at that point, we were able to have students start laying all the paving brick and getting the base ready underneath the paving brick, and then work our way back out towards the parking lot and the main pavilion area where we poured the concrete out there. Couple more.
What I've been working on here is laying the pavers on all the patios, and what I've really been focusing on is compacting it with the compactor. So I drag it around and it presses all the pavers in.
Turn that throttle up, there you go. So the way we prepare students in shop to be able to do a project like this is everything has to start at the bottom, okay? So we teach them the basics first. Proper use of tools, safety, and then in masonry there's some general things that you need to know, like how to lay to a line and how to level, plumb, and range whatever material that you're laying. So all those things they learn in the shop as freshmen and sophomores and juniors and seniors as well. But when they get those basic steps kind of under their belt, then when we come out here, it's sort of all similar. You're just at a different location. So they can basically take directly the steps that they're learning in shop and apply it to all this material that we're working with out here. There are some things we can't do in shop really well, like pouring concrete. It's not really easy to do in shop, so sometimes the kids have to learn on the fly. But we like that because that's real life. And that's what construction is like.
My favorite part about being on production is how big the projects are. Like, nothing can compare to it in shop.
The experiences like this will help me because I learn everything I need to know And like after doing this, I feel like I could go and lay my own patio or do Versalock block by myself, because I get all the like on hands learning, laying stuff like this, brick and whatever, pavers, block.
Being out here on production, I feel like our connection is better. We get to bond over what we're building.
It's a very large job. When they're in school, they build small little projects, and then when they're completed, they have to tear them down and clean up. Out here, when we're working for customers, they take a little bit more pride in it, I feel like, because it's staying. It's not going to be torn down. And when they stand back at the end of a day and look at the beautiful work that they've done, it's very rewarding, and I think the kids really benefit from that more than anything.
Camp Woodstock today would not be what it is without the services of the Connecticut Technical High School system. It has really brought tremendous amount of pride to the camp. It has made projects very, very possible for us that we never would have been able to afford otherwise.
This is just a complete win-win for everybody involved. For the camp, we do work much cheaper than a normal contractor would be able to. The students are getting all the real-life experience of how to do a big job, and the people that will be attending this camp also get to enjoy all of this. So really, there's nobody that doesn't benefit when CTech students come out and do production work, especially projects like this.